Hey, what's going on, y'all? Now in this video today, back in some wonderful green nature, and I want to talk about chosen ones. I think this is a concept often brought up by the spiritual community, but I want to come at this from a logical perspective. So, there's a saying. The saying is a quote from the Bible, Scripture. Many are called, but few are chosen. Now, this is a timeless quote, but how can we put this into a modern context so that it's easier to understand? Many are called, but few pick up the phone. And that's the truth of it. Many people are called to a purpose by the universe, by God, whatever you want to call it. There's some greater force out there, fate even, that calls us to a certain calling. Be that, for me it's music. Music and outreach, trying to help people. We're all called to a certain direction in this life. To a purpose. To something that will give our lives meaning, worth. It'll make our existence on this plane worthwhile. And so we have to decide whether we are going to accept that calling, realize it, and actualize it in our lives, or whether we ignore that calling, whether we run away from it. Many are called, but few are chosen to answer the phone. Few are chosen to pick up the phone. And that's what it means to be a chosen one. It means that you have realized your calling, whatever your purpose may be, and you have decided that that purpose is worth your time, worth your attention, and it's an endeavor that you're going to pursue. It means something when you decide to push away all the trite in your life, all the BS, all the stuff that doesn't really mean anything, and decide to solely put your mind on your purpose. It means a lot, in fact, because there are so many people that have been called to a certain direction, that have been called to a certain purpose, and they choose, rather than to follow their purpose, rather than to accept their calling, to run away from it and do what society tells them to do. This is tragedy, a travesty, it's a sin even. Because you're wasting. I think the greatest sin is to waste things. Native Americans understood that. They used everything from every kill that they had. The bones even. They made bone knives, They used everything. They used the bone to make some bone marrow, bone broth. You know what I'm saying? Like, they used everything. Sin is the greatest waste. The waste is the greatest sin. And it's when you waste your time, which is the most precious thing you have available to you, that you are committing the most grievous sin of all. Because we only have so much time to do what we're meant to do here. And when you bury your time into a 9-to-5 job, who knows? Maybe that will lead you to your purpose. But for most of us, a 9-to-5 job is wasting time. 9-to-5 job is burying your head in the sand and hoping to see something come of it. A 9-to-5 job will not deliver you to the purpose that the universe has for you. You may be delaying it, you may be even building the wherewithal so that eventually you can push forward into your purpose. But for most of us, it's a dead-end route. You're not building the skills, the necessary, things that you need to apply to your purpose. And when you avoid your purpose in this regard, you waste your time. Versus following your purpose, which is investing your time, you're flipping your time. You're making your time the most worthwhile it can be. This is essential. This is why following your purpose is so important. Because you're making sure that the time you spend here on this earth is being invested into something that will give returns not only to you ideally, but to the world around you. Usually the purpose the universe has for you, God, fate, whatever you want to call it, usually that purpose is something that will help the world as a whole, not just you, but usually it does help you in the process. Think about every great scientist who followed their purpose, their passion, and invented something that changed the world. Every great musician who decided to follow their purpose. And every great composer. Every great athlete. There is some purpose that you have been called towards. And if you answer that call, you're chosen. You were chosen to do so. And if you ignore that call, same goes, bro. You were one of the called, but you didn't answer. You didn't pick up the phone. So the main premise of this video, the main crux, the point that I want to get to is, are you a chosen one? If you've been called, are you a chosen one? And whether or not you believe in fate, you have to decide in your heart whether you've been chosen. You have to make that decision for yourself. The decision is the pinnacle. It's up to you. If you just want to be one of the few that was called, or one of the many that was called, but to waste your life avoiding your purpose, running from your purpose, doing what society says is the right thing to do, versus what you know in your heart to be true, versus what you know in your heart you should be doing, then you were just one of the many called. But if you decide, following your universal passion, whatever that was given to you, whatever that was given to you, when you decide to follow that, to pursue that endeavor that will make your life worthwhile, that will make your time on this planet mean something. When you decide to pursue that, you're one of the few that was chosen. And think about how few of those people there really are. You know, it's like it's a select group of people. We're the elect. That's why it's the chosen ones. We're the ones that were meant to pursue something great with our time here. Not just sit around and waste it, putting it into just a bunch of BS. The chosen ones are here to fulfill a mission, our purpose. And it's the act of fulfilling that mission that gives our life meaning. So if you feel like you've been called towards something great, whatever that means for you in your life, if you choose to ignore it, you're just a called. But when you choose to pursue it, to put your life towards achieving that goal, you're one of the chosen. You're a chosen one. And you gotta live like it. All right. I hope this video kind of gave a logical perspective to the chosen one, the whole chosen one thing. I know a lot of people just think it's spiritual, but there is truly a logical application to this. If you're one of the ones that decide to pursue your calling, that makes you chosen. Again, you gotta live like it. You gotta put your life and all your energy towards your purpose, your passion, your mission. And sure, there are gonna be days that you have off where you relax and you take it easy. But in the back of your mind, that program's gotta be running. I got a mission. I got something that's worth my time here, and I gotta make sure that I'm applying it, not wasting my time. Because time is precious. It's limited. Something you only have so much of. We all expire, so what you do before you expire matters the most. I hope y'all put your energy and time towards something that's worthwhile, whatever that means for you. All right, take care, y'all. Peace.